Hey, XRP holders, if you're watching this right now, buckle up because what I'm about to reveal could completely change your portfolio forever. XRP just smashed through $2.95 today, September 24th, 2025, amid whispers of a massive surge driven by ETF approvals and DeFi explosions. But hold on, because one wrong move in this market could wipe out the doubters. I'm Leo, your go-to crypto insider, and in the next 12 minutes, I'm dropping exclusive, real-time insights from today's hottest X posts that no one else is talking about. This isn't hype, it's data-backed alpha that could skyrocket XRP to $5 or beyond by year's end. Stick around. I've got breaking evidence from influencers like Zach Rector and Ripple Winkle that changes everything. But first, let's dive into why this surge is happening now. Alright, let's break this down step by step, like we're chatting over coffee as fellow XRP enthusiasts. We've all seen XRP's wild ride, from regulatory battles to today's $2.95 mark. But the real momentum is building from institutional adoption and on-chain fireworks. Just look at what's exploding on X right now. Take this tweet from Zach Rector, a top market analyst with over 100,000 followers. He's highlighting how Onyx Ledger is now offering 10% passive yields on XRP through DeFi bridges. Imagine earning double-digit returns just by holding. That's not some pie-in-the-sky dream. It's live today, pulling in billions in liquidity. Rector says, the rush to bring XRP holders yield is on. And he's right. This is integrating XRP into the financial bloodstream, making it indispensable for cross-border payments. But wait until you hear what Ripple Winkle dropped earlier today. Breaking. Ripple just plugged into $12 trillion. He's talking about Ripple's latest integrations with tokenized funds from giants like BlackRock and VanEck. Picture this. XRP isn't just a token anymore. It's the backbone for trillions in global transfers. Winkle's video breakdown shows how this could trigger a supply squeeze, with institutions hoarding XRP for stablecoin settlements like RLUSD. If you're holding, this is FOMO fuel, because once banks fully adopt, retail prices could gap up overnight. And the community is buzzing. Replies are flooded with predictions like $10 by Q4, with one user saying, XRP to the moon, let's make it happen. Now let's zoom in on the price action. XRP is at $2.95, up from recent lows, but technicals scream breakout. We've got a bull flag forming on the daily chart, with support holding firm at $2.80. Analysts from CoinCentral are eyeing $4 to $5 by end of 2025, backed by on-chain data showing whale accumulation, over 30 million XRP scooped up in the last 24 hours alone. Think about it like this. It's like a coiled spring. Regulatory clarity from the SEC's recent rule changes is the trigger, fast-tracking spot, ETFS. Levi Rietveld, another ex-powerhouse, tweeted today, rumors are swirling that BlackRock may file for a spot XRP ETF soon. Buckle up, the XRP era is only beginning. His post has thousands of likes, and replies are debating targets from $5 to $50. If BlackRock jumps in, we're talking billions in inflows, similar to Bitcoin's ETF boom, but faster for XRP due to its utility. And speaking of utility, Flare Network just launched facets with FXRP, bringing XRP into DeFi full force. The Wolf of Wall Streets posted, Flare Network $FLR launches facets with $FXRP to bring $XRP into DeFi. This means yield farming, lending, and staking on a scale we've never seen, potentially locking up billions of XRP and creating that supply shock everyone's whispering about. Community reactions are electric. One high engagement thread from Cobb asks, how are we feeling about XRP right now? With over 300 likes and replies like, bullish AF, $3 incoming. It's this kind of virality that's driving engagement and pushing the algorithm to favor XRP content. But here's a mini cliffhanger. What if I told you some experts are predicting $9.60 or even $33, depending on how this pattern plays out? eGrag Crypto and Dusty BC outlined it in a recent analysis shared on X. XRP's long-term symmetrical triangle could explode if we break $3.10. They've got historical parallels from 2017, when XRP surged 300 times. Today, Panos Mek from Anodos Finance is calling out liquidity providers to lower AMM fees on XRPL, saying, "Liquidity providers are leaving money on the table. Vote for lower fees ASAP." His post has sparked debates, with volumes hitting $1 million in the last 24 hours. This is optimizing XRP for mass adoption, making swaps cheaper, and attracting more institutions. Shifting gears, let's talk real-world scenarios to keep you glued. What if ETFs get approved by mid-October? Based on today's X-Buzz, like Extrapaldia's post, the week of decision ETF of XRP by the SEC is close, 18 to 25 of October. That's just weeks away, and it could trigger a rebound to $3.60, as per Coinpedia analysts. Or consider the counter scenario. If we dip below $2.64, we might retest $2.47, but with whales defending, that's low probability. High Vibe Assets nailed it in their video. You had your chance to accumulate #crypto for years, now you won't even get a portion. Institutions like Morgan Stanley and Citi are steaming ahead, and XRP holders are hitting the jackpot. One more teaser before we hit the myths. Jack the Rippler's viral post with 392 likes declares, XRP, the global reserve currency. He's weaving in ISO 20022 compliance, which positions XRP as the bridge for tokenized assets worth trillions. Community spirit is off the charts. Replies are full of moon emojis and price targets like $1,000 by 2029 from Barry C., who shortened his timeline from 5 to 10 years to 2026 to 2029. This isn't just talk. It's backed by on-chain metrics like NVT at 5-month lows, signaling undervaluation. Now, let's address the elephant in the room. The myths holding people back. If you're doubting this surge like most skeptics are, thinking XRP is too volatile or regulation will kill it, think again. Sure, we saw a brutal wipeout earlier this month, with $2.73 to $3.06 swings, but that's crypto. Volatility breeds opportunity. Economic Times reported top reasons for the dip: profit-taking and macro jitters. But counter that with disruption banking's take. Ripple Labs and the XRP token have been major beneficiaries of the Trump administration's embrace of digital assets in 2025. Regulation isn't a killer. It's a catalyst now, with the SEC flipping to pro-crypto stances. Another pain point. Is XRP just hype without utility? Wrong. With Flare's DeFi launch and Onyx's yields, XRP is solving real problems, like slow remittances in Asia and Africa. Grigory Zargarian tweeted a balanced view. XRP is in a phase of quiet accumulation. I expect structural strength to increasingly favor it toward $3.50 to $4 by end of year. He's spot on. On-chain NUPL shows capitulation, meaning weak hands are out, paving the way for bulls. And if you're worried about rivals like Solana or Cardano, remember XRP's edge in cross-border speed and cost. Investory's thread predicts a September 30th close at $3.10 to $3.20, with October catalysts pushing $3.55 to $4.20. This builds to our climactic reveal. By 2026, with 8 billion XRP locked in DeFi and ETFs scaling to trillions, we're looking at a full supply shock. Analysts from Nasdaq predict XRP worth $10 to $50 in 5 years, but short term? $5 is conservative if BlackRock files, as rumors suggest. The energy's rising. XRP is not just surviving, it's thriving, positioning as the global reserve for digital finance. Wrapping this up on an uplifting note, XRP holders, we've weathered the storms and the winds are stacking up. ETFs, DeFi yields, institutional plugs into trillions. This $2.95 level is your launchpad to life-changing wealth. Remember, this is not financial advice. Always do your own research. But if you're in the community, you're part of something bigger, pushing XRP to the moon together. If this blew your mind with insider info you won't find elsewhere, smash that like button, drop a comment with your XRP price target, $5, $10, subscribe for more alpha drops, and share with the community. Let's get XRP soaring. Thanks for watching. Leo out.